My biggest motivation for changing the windows probably started with trying to find a thermal solution for curtains. And I searched and I got these enormous quotes. And they were generally around 30,000. I was fortunate enough to meet someone who already had your windows, and he explained to me, how it all worked. They were amazing. So I just decided, no, there must be other ways to do this. And so I started looking at double glaze. At that point, it was just double glaze, and I got lots of quotes. And again, it came back to whether I could get what could I get for my money to get the whole house done. So what I've been able to do with Oknalux is get every single window, every single external door done for a reasonable price. And that just wasn't possible with curtains, and it wasn't possible with any of the other quotes that I looked at. After looking at different quotes, I think the most important thing was the quality of the product. It didn't matter where I went and what I looked at, I could not see windows and doors that looked as good as these do. And what it's done is not just given me new windows and doors, but it's given the house a completely new look. It's like having a major renovation. Getting a quote from Oknalux because you were in Adelaide was just remarkably easy. Well, Oknalux gave me information I didn't get anywhere else. I think over time it just became obvious that your knowledge of what was needed was far and away better than the others. So looking at, I didn't think the cost of getting you to come up from Adelaide to Sydney was enormous, given the overall cost of the project. As a proportion of the installation cost, it wasn't that great. And the comfort that it gave me because of the information that you've been able to provide, and the warranty. That was the other thing. The Oknalux warranty is probably one of the best I've seen. My experience with the consultant that I worked with was excellent. I learned a lot through that process, and I think that's important. In terms of sound, I live in the mountains, and so it's not a noisy place, but it's still surprising what you don't hear. So I don't hear the rain, for example. So, I just have to look out the window to find out if it's raining. You otherwise don't know. And you don't hear the wind, and we get a lot of wind at times. The important thing for me was the thermal protection. The use of gas has probably halved, more than halved. It's just a much more comfortable environment. The experience with the installers was great. It was just this very pleasant surprise watching the transformation as it gradually took place over those 2 days. And of course the team is just a delightful bunch of people to work with. I've just got this wonderful perspective now. I don't have curtains. I've got these great blinds that I can just open right up. It looks as good from inside as it does from outside. And I think on a day-to-day basis, that's the thing I like the most. Triple glazing over double glazing was kind of a no-brainer. The impact was always going to be greater than the percentage of cost. I think the best idea I had was to replace the doors. I love the windows, and I love them every day. Just the fact that I can, in the summertime, have a tilted window, it's perfectly secure. So I find it's just as effective in summer as it is winter. But the doors, I think, is what really changed the look of the house and completes the whole thermal protection. So after the products were installed, the service has been and I've tested it really thoroughly, I think, has been exemplary. I had a concern about the sliding door because I didn't feel that it was moving quite the way it should, or opening quite the way it should. And to my surprise, rather than fixing the door, Oknalux replaced the door. And that to me was way over and above anything I expected. It really is the best decision I have made in terms of, what to do with the house. I don't think I'd enjoy living here nearly as much. Because windows and doors are something you have to look at every day and navigate every day. And when they're so easy to use and so effective, you really do notice that every day. So it's kind of a pleasure to live with. And it makes living in the mountains much, much more pleasant than it otherwise would have been.